Well, the TA2 Muscle Car Championship has come down to this final round at Calder Park for the 2023 season. And two of our championship contenders are right beside me. Josh Haynes, currently second, but you're fighting it out. Very tricky conditions this weekend.
Yeah, it's been very tricky conditions. Obviously, we've had one race yesterday afternoon, which was pretty close. Between the three of us, we literally finished right one by one in front of each other. So, yeah, we've had some good racing. We've had some rain delays today, but yeah, I just want to get out there and have a crack.
Does the fact that Beaches Sea look after you help you out there? I mean, you've been on the water with them a bit.
We went out and looked before, and yeah, I was like, we need a jet ski for this. So yeah, if you do need one, go see Beaches Sea. But no, yeah, look, the rain stopped. It's starting to clear up a bit, and yeah, looking forward to getting out there and having a crack. Last year you went for the same championship. It came down to the final race. Again, you could still be in the running here. Yeah, look, like last year we missed the last round, obviously because of my shoulder, so that was a bit disappointing. And then this year, Dylan's been unreal at the consistency game. You know, he stayed out of trouble, and unfortunately we haven't been able to. But yeah, look, we're still in it. We've got 2, maybe 3 races to go, hopefully, if the weather stays away, and yeah, we'll do what we can. Mate, you're fighting out for some great things, of course. Wallace Bishop got the $5,000 championship ring, the huge trophy, the reconditioned engine as well from the boys. I mean, there's a lot to play for here. Yeah, look, there's not many categories that put this kind of stuff on offer to win a championship. So that's what TA2 is all about here. We're a family, and yeah, like to get something like this is a massive reward for all the hard work all the teams do throughout the season. Well, good luck in these next couple of races. Thank you. Bring it on. In third place, though, Jackson Rice. Well, you're based here as well, so you've seen these conditions before at Calder Park.
Yeah, so like it's awesome. The boys at Dream Racing, you know, this is our home. This is where we majority do our testing. So you know, it's good to be able to have the car out in the conditions before. You know, have a decent setup under our belt and just see what we can go and do. So.
You started the season off really strong. It's been a battle throughout the year, but you're back here. We've seen some good results.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we've had some highs and lows over the year. You know, we've copped a couple of penalties, but you know, all year, like as Josh said, Dylan's just been super consistent. Josh has, you know, had mega pace, and we've just had to try and catch up. So, you know, coming from P3, we're just going to see how many points that we can sort of recover and, you know, fight to the checker flag. Now,
Monday to Friday, you're working on a lot of race cars and these TA2 cars as well. What is something like this to have a reconditioned engine to start the season off? How does that help you next year?
Massively, you know, like they're a fantastic package straight out of the box, and it's awesome for TA2 to put up such a great prize. And you know, like I'm very lucky as a mechanic that I, you know, work on the cars mostly during the week, and to have something like that to start off on the front foot would be mega.
Well, mate, good luck this afternoon. We can't wait to see how the racing unfolds.
Cheers, mate. Me same.
Well, it's going to be an exciting finish here to the TA2 Muscle Cars framed by Hi-Tec Steel Framing. We hope you enjoy the racing. Oh, Legend Cars Australia are back out as part of their Australian title campaign. Race number 3 as they come back out onto the track. And here we go, let's have a look at our starting grid for race 3. Shane Taylor will lead us off with Lachlan Ward, Billy Finnegan, Ryan Pring, Scott Morgan, Hardy Martin, Chris Spicer, Mark Duckworth, Ben Goodrich and Bruce Duckworth. 10 of the Aussie Legend cars out there. Unfortunately, a few cars have decided not to take part in the rest of this weekend due to some issues with the cars. They've got an early start, these two. They're not mucking around. Lachlan Ward's not letting them go anywhere. Tate, where are you going? I'm coming with you.
Half the field.
Where's Finnegan?
Finnegan's like back in 6th. Like they have absolutely fallen asleep off that start.
Well, no, Finnegan was meant to start out of... I don't think he was that far back, actually, from the last one. He was in 3rd position in the last race. He should have started out of 3.
Well, the first 2 had got away. As they come down onto the front straight, I'm looking at the gap back to the 3rd, 4th and 5th plus cars as the 10 has actually come into the pit. So not going to take any further part, or is it's on pit lane? Not too sure, but somewhere there through the middle.
They're everywhere.
That was Tate. That was Tate. It looked to be sideways in the 147. He's lost position. So
Ward,
this big time understeer as well from Tate. Ward.
On a dry track, I'd say you could put 3 or 4 of these wide. On a wet track, I don't know.
Motor racing and commentary by Graham.
Ward in front and Tate.
He's sideways in a straight line. He's trying to get power down, and it's just lit up on him. Look at this shot. Somewhere in there are the Australian Legends cars. Oh, there they are. Who's out in front? Is that Pring? I'm pretty sure it's Pring.
It's got the grey colours there. I'm just looking for the 333 down the side. The green wheels kind of give it away here. Ward's going to work his way in front of Tate. Tate's looking for an advantage there, whether he can get somewhere in a corner. He's late on the brakes.
Check this out. This is
Let's have a look at his replay of Chris Spicer. He just gets out in the loose stuff, doesn't he? He's a little bit too wide. Oh, now he's in the gravel. that wall was coming at me, and look at it, it's full lock almost. I'd say understeer.
That deserves a round of applause. And he's still fourth.
And he's only dropped 2 wheels in the dirt, just.
But look at that. So you've got that sheen on the racetrack now. Oh, there's that transition off the drag racing track onto the front straight.
You can see how shiny it is, can't you?
And the rest of the track is definitely wet. So we've got TA2 not too far away here in changeable conditions, and arguably conditions that will be tougher than their first race coming up. Lachlan Ward, he's gone dirt racing. He's covered in mud in that race car. Spicer.
How is Spicer back there?
He's still fourth.
He's not that far behind either.
Scotty Tate.
I don't think I've ever seen such a small race car use so much racetrack.
Geez, he's just taken a heap of time out of Pring. Pring's actually dropped back to probably a good 5+ seconds, and in fact it's 5.6.
Yeah, that was 2.2 last time
round. So Lachlan Ward in third.
Fine.
So just looking at the lap, where did Tate's just done his fastest lap of the race at a 29, and Pring was in the 31. So nearly 3 seconds he lost on that last lap, and that would have been the difference. So Tate with the advantage, he's got the points. Ward would be second at the moment. And
he's right on the edge there, isn't he? The first chicane down the back straight.
Pring is actually up to third because Finnegan's dropped back into 10th. So Finnegan must have had an off. He said he was struggling for lack of rear grip in the first race. Well, he's got even less now by the looks of it because he's dropped back into the 10th position.
And you don't know what changes they made to try and chase that grip. They could have made it worse, not better.
Well, the conditions have got worse even as this race has started.
Pringer's moving over on Ward.
Yeah, Pring's going defensive.
Difficult for him.
Well, he's all right. I mean, he's only going to get third points-wise anyway. You know, trying to defend his one title here, and he's done a very, very good job. But look, Tate, and as tough as Tate has gone through in the first stages of this race, he's now obviously made some changes to his driving style to get this car around the racetrack, because that was really ugly earlier on where he was losing positions hand over foot. And we'll take the checkered flag, and Tate will unofficially be #1 Australia for the Australian Legends class, the Australian title.
Yeah, they're going to get their 4th race in here today with a shortened program, obviously with the rain. Let's have a look, though, for your race results here. Shane Tate will take the win there in the 147. Ryan Pring in 2nd position. Lachlan Ward not too far behind. Then it's Chris Spicer, Hardy Martin, Ben Goodrich, Scotty Morgan, Nathan Brito wasn't out there, so I actually have to look. This might be our results across the weekend. I'll have to have a look, because 7th position was Scotty Morgan, actually. 6th position, Goodrich, Morgan, then... No, it's got Nathan up there, but I didn't see the mental towing thing there. So Bruce Duckworth in 9th and Mark Duckworth in 10th.
Wow. Can this weather get any worse?
Now let's head down to our winners with Stephen White.
Thanks, Matty. You guys are very excited, so it's clearly a fantastic race. We could see it from pit lane. Shane Tate, well done.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a lot of fun out there. It was actually, I was having more fun looking at my son-in-law coming up into 4th. Actually, you could see him in the mirror. It was like great to see him coming up. It was good.
Obviously, the conditions, the rain has now sort of sat in, and the guys were talking about a bit of a fog of rain, but it was clearly, you know, obviously slippery conditions and things were changing all the time for you, but clearly you got there in the end. Well done.
Yeah, every lap started to change. It was, you come around next time, you had no grip. So I think 3 of us went off into the first corner, 1st, 2nd and 3rd. It was great. It's good fun.
Well done, congratulations. We'll see you again, Hi-Tec Oils Super Series. Well done, Shane Tate.
Brent Edwards going to start off the pole in this one from Michael Ricketts and Ryan Bell for the final race for the Australian Super TTs.
Great to have Wade Ornger and Nathan Hearn here. I mean, you know, back from the States, and what he's doing over there is absolutely incredible. And
not bad driving cars either.
No, apparently he's pretty good, actually. And here we go, green flag for the start of race number 3 for the Australian Super TT Championship, and we have had an attrition of cars. Mark Tracy has not made it back out in the BMW after he saw
that was obviously
come to a
terminal.
sudden stop. Yep.
Yeah, a sudden stop.
Brent Edwards, well, he's out in front in the cable source Falcon. Ryan Bell is going to have a dive down the inside of Michael Ricketts in that 370Z now. Said he had poor choice of tyres last time. I think if he's on the wets, he's probably going to have a much better time. This, you know, we saw the line drying out in the previous race, I suppose, and if someone went for the slicks, they might have a bit of an advantage towards the end of that race.
Slick or even a semi-group slick, he didn't do a bad job.
The track's changed 3 or 4 times since then.
How many?
We've had a little bit of rain, we've had some rivers, some ponds. Now it's drying out a little bit again. The mist, I suppose, it's the thickness of mist that's changing out there.
Well, there's no rain on the rain radar. It is actually like just a thin mist with a little bit of wind behind it that's just coating this racetrack with moisture.
Just the wind picking the moisture up off the ground, getting stuck on the clouds and then dumping it back down. So it's not rain, it's just
I've been
recycled water from the ground.
I've been living in Brisbane. I got off the plane, it was 30. I got on the plane, it was 35 degrees when I left to come here on Thursday afternoon, and it was 16 when we arrived then. It's colder than that now. So Brent Edwards, he's going to do this pretty comfortably here at the just as I've said that.
No, he doesn't want to be
left,
bored.
that went twitch right, and I would say his eyes have just gone because that had his attention well and truly, as Ricketts has got away here from Bell in the last lap or so. I think Bell might have had a little issue at turn number 10 as well. But
maybe he stayed on the wrong tyres.
I was sort of questioning when he said he was on the wrong tyre, and what other tyre choice would you have made for that previous race?
Yeah, you're taking a big risk to go on a set of slicks, aren't you? Something's got to be treaded, that's for sure.
Well, he's sponsored by Avondale Bodyworks, so it's not a bad thing if he does.
We do know, though, with the Excel Racing, there's 3 different types of slick tyres that they use.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure with the Super
And
TTs.
we know that down there in the pits there is talk about certain tyres a bit wet, so maybe just the top tyre is might be the groove or anything like that, might be the actual brand of tyres. It's not really out for that car during conditions. Also run very well. Michael Ricketts, no drama at all. Just see, there's a puddle, I'll just dry that up for you, go through it. Tiniest of puddles there, and the cable source Commodore though of Brent Edwards comfortably in front here at the moment. He's about half a lap in front too. He is flying, Brent Edwards, up over that crest. He's come down here, there's possibly a little bit of wheel spin, there's a few bumps in the road there, and then back through another chicane. Everyone doesn't really want to grab too much of that left-hand ripple strip as you go through there. It's quite proud, isn't it?
Well, if anything, it probably has lightened up just a touch. We don't have that sort of mist where we couldn't literally see some of the stuff on the cameras a little bit earlier on. That mist was so thick, it was bordering on fog here at the racetrack. So it's cleared up, lightened up just a little bit. There's not as much spray in the air, but look, we do have 3 race cars out there, to be fair.
Yeah. They're keeping the water levels down because we've still got the Vic V8s to come your way here this afternoon, and the checkered flag is out, and Brent Edwards will get himself another race win here. It's number 3 for him. Unfortunately, Mark Tracy did not make it back out in that LS-powered BMW.
As we're going to go down to Stephen White with our winners from the Super TTs.
Thank you, guys. Australian Super TT. What a fantastic race. Really, obviously, the wet conditions, Brent, you better have a bit of fun out there, really, haven't you?
Oh, there's nothing else to do. Unfortunately, we only got 3 cars left for the weekend. But you know what? Our car's been super reliable this year. We've finished on the podium in every round we've run. And, big thanks to Ian and Trav and my crew for all the work they do and making it super reliable. And, Cable Source for being with us again. They're great supporter of us. So, and thank you to Hi-Tec for putting on a great series. I'm sure it's going to be bigger and better every year, and you guys, you've done a great job, and especially today. What have they thrown at us? But it was good to get out here and just finish the year on a high. So thanks to everyone there.
Well done, Brent. Good on you. Thanks, guys.
So, look, these conditions look to continue to improve again. They've gone better, worse, worse, better, and we're back to better again. Changing, definitely changeable, changing conditions.
If you're sitting in the pits, what do you do at this point? Do you just throw a dart at it?
Oh, man, an engineer's nightmare, I tell you.
Let's have a look.
This is close.
Starting grid for race number 3, Brad Verical started out of 1 with Blake Tracy, Jalen Robotham, Tyler Collins, Jack Wood, James Simpson, Joshua Richards, Ryan Phillips, Donnie Marjavac, and Mick Barton rounding out your top 10. Then it goes back to George Wood, Liam Hall, Tyler Cheney, Lee Kennedy, Des Collier, William Wallace, Jack Carpenter, Trevor Lansdowne, and Diesel Thomas in 19. Hyundai XLs, well, thanks to EFS. The lights are on for some of the drivers in the background. We're about to get underway as the green flag is ready to be waved.
Blake Tracy was on the back bumper. He could not get any closer because he was in the back bumper before the race start. Now we're going to be careful of the overlap, which we saw a penalty early on for Jackson Rice and the TA2s. We go green, and looking at that shot, it is definitely looking a little bit lighter over the top of the motor racing circuit here at Calder Park Raceway. And man, these changing weather conditions. Rowbotham's going to look to try and go down the inside of Tracy. Verica to the outside, 3 wide. We definitely haven't seen that so far this weekend across any of the fields. Oh, there's some contact. There's some contact. Tracy and Verica on the outside. Rowbotham can't take advantage of it as Verica's on the exit curb on the outside coming off one. Door to door, they're making contact. Rowbotham's got his hands full. This is like a drifting championship at the moment in the early lap.
They're rear-wheel drive cars.
Oh. So Tracy gets the advantage out of it. Rowbotham to second, got by Verica. Yeah. Collins back to 4.
He's left Collins behind, so he's put a car between himself and Collins, which is a smart move early.
With that excited, we've only done 4 corners.
Look at the car moving around in front, though, for Tracy. Under brakes, he's gone wide.
Oh, Tracy's wide. Rowbotham, he can't take advantage of it because actually Rowbotham couldn't get it turned through the centre himself. So it is icy out there. Icy, icy cold and really treacherous.
That's a fresh sand trap down there as well. Once you go in, we're pulling you out with the
You are
recovery
not
vehicle.
extracting yourself out of there in any way, shape or form.
Well, look at Verica fighting back behind Rowbotham here. See if we can get a bit of a slipstream going on. We see it go back and forth so many times, though, and oh, that's another car
63,
off.
I think that is.
Is Collier? Yeah, it is. Collier's gone off. The wash it. Well, it's going to need a wash.
It's definitely going to need a wash after that effort.
It's got a bit of mud hanging off of it. Here we go.
Oh, Verica to the inside of Tracy. Rowbotham to the inside of Collins.
It's a quad lock.
Queensland versus Victoria. Oh, it is side by side. First, second, third, and fourth. Verica makes a mistake. Collins couldn't take advantage. He's guided Rowbotham off onto the curbs.
Oh, I think Rowbotham's repaying the favour right now.
None of them really knew too much about that because they were sliding around. There'd been mistakes left, right, and centre. Collins to the outside of Rowbotham, who's pitched up against the fence. They're going to go side by side.
He didn't give him much room.
This is for the championship, all right? 3 rounds. Rowbotham's used 4 different cars. Tyler Collins. All right, back to the leaders. Collins still ahead of Rowbotham, and Jalen, is trying hard. Looking at that rev counter, I saw 6,000 RPM. Verica's got the windscreen wipers on. He's chasing down, so there's a little bit of separation now, first, second, third to fourth. Tracy's got a 5-second penalty.
Can't afford a mistake.
And it wasn't a jump, well, I don't know if it is a jump start or incorrect start procedure, because I think it was the overlap. Verica dancing around on the rear end under brakes. Collins, Rowbotham goes off. That's going to be expensive.
Wood's going to get to this
point. Can he take advantage? And these both, that's again Queensland versus Victoria. I don't think Jack's going to be too nice about it, but Rowbotham actually holds on to that 4th spot, but it's cost him about 4 to 5 car lengths. All right, Rowbotham trying to get back to them. He didn't actually lose as much as I thought, as Verica's now in the lead, and he struggled to get through the first part of 6 and 7 that time. Collins goes to the outside of Tracy, up at the top 10, and Rowbotham was launching up the inside at the same time.
And there was contact made as well as we head back down the field. Whoa.
Wow. There is so much going on here in really, really tricky conditions. Rowbotham knows he needs to get ahead of Collins. They don't care about a race win. It's whoever finished ahead of the other one. Now with some lap traffic in the equation, the 159, that was a really awkward part of the track as Rowbotham goes to the inside. They're going to go 3 wide here because Collins had a half look down the inside of Tracy. Has he managed to get this one to stick? I think Collins driving back around the outside and the greasy part of that track. Rowbotham by half a car at the start-finish line. Back into 3rd.
Do you think that he's actually practicing that side draft out of the final turn? Because at the moment, that could be a win.
Oh, wow. Breathe.
Just over 3 minutes to go as he head down to turn number 1. How are they going to have the brakes? Cool. Wood's on the inside as well, not quite close enough.
Collins was wide. It was hopping. It was out on the Rowbotham through the centre.
To keep him on the track again.
I think he did too. And Collins back around the outside off for 1. Rowbotham. Look how much curb. No, he actually didn't get to that time because he was sliding around almost in slow motion.
I almost feel doesn't want to get a penalty either, so it might be a bit of a redress there.
Look, at penalties just messes everything up. But, like, again, Collins with the advantage. Oh, he's up on 2 wheels off the curb. And again, they've dropped off 3rd and 4th and
Look
5th.
at Wood.
Wood's right there with Rowbotham. Like, if Wood gets ahead of Rowbotham, that's it. That's, oh, Rowbotham sideways. He's really struggling now. That car is moving around on the tyre. Tyler Collins with the advantage. And what are we down under? Just into the 2-minute range.
He's late on that one compared to where he has been.
Rowbotham looks like he's struggling a little bit here for the first time. Tyler Collins with a little bit of breathing room.
He might have used too much Tyler, Rowbotham.
2-3 car lengths, those tyre pressures, what's left on
Wood,
the tyre.
there you go.
Jack Wood looked like he was getting a run.
Yep. Collins is going to cover.
Collins covering down that inside run. Wood could not take it. I thought he was going to try and go around the outside. Rowbotham with some straight line. He got a good exit out of the last turn because he's right back there with Collins. Oh, he's run wide again though.
No, he stayed
Collins was narrow and he was sideways.
I think Collins might have had to use him.
Oh, where's Collins? There he is. There, and Rowbotham's right there with him. So Collins made a mistake at exactly the same time.
A lot of it keeps him out too. That's looking better.
Collins with exit understeer. It sucked a little bit of exit speed out of it. Rowbotham, you just saw that little touch on the brakes to make sure he's got something to set him up into this complex. It mounts the curbs. Rowbotham is not out of this. He is not out of this.
He's looking for any gap he can go by. He's going to go wide on this one. Rowbotham's really going to hold.
if
Sorry,
he
he's going to
can
be
get
held
this to
out there.
stick.
Collins going to hold him out.
Oh,
Through
there's
the river.
contact. This is at 6 and 7. Collins off. I think he's probably gone through the AASA sign.
That was do we call that the river dance? Really?
Oh, he did go through the sign because it's now on the bonnet of the race car. Can anything else go on here that we haven't seen so far this weekend?
Is that an aero advantage or disadvantage?
There was contact between them. Rowbotham on the outside. It might have a little bit of an aero advantage.
Wood's going to come down the inside of this one. We're 3 wide down the main straight. And
well, if Wood can clear both of them, it's still status quo. And he has. He has. And Collins and Rowbotham are just about they're side by side. Like this championship literally coming down to, I reckon, this last lap. They made contact on the previous one. Oh, Wood, Collins side by side. Rowbotham off the back.
He's lost the sign though.
This is a dogfight. He has lost the sign. Wood didn't get a very good run out of it. Collins trying to take advantage. Rowbotham pulls up alongside. He's going to try and go the long way round again. Oh, this is outstanding.
Oh, he slid it into that corner too, Rowbotham. You can see how much he's working the wheel inside the car.
Checkered flag is coming. This is a last corner run. Rowbotham needs to try and get this done right here, right now. This is at 6 and 7. Sorry, the last corner. I thought that was up to the top corner. Wood got sideways in front of Collins. Collins got sideways in front of Rowbotham. He pulls up alongside to the outside again. And this is the final corner. Rowbotham looking for the crossover as Collins got understeer through the centre.
Tracy's got the lead over Verica in the final moments. Wood into third.
Tracy's got a 5-second penalty. Verica will win it. Who's got it on the line? Tyler Collins by a car length. Wow.
What a race to
less
fight it
than
out for
a
the
tenth of a
championship.
second. Less than a tenth of a second has just decided, unofficially, the EFS 4x4 Australian Hyundai Championship. Wow. Geez, was there any more that could have gone on in that race?
I don't know. The EFS Hyundai Australian XL Series. Brad Verica ends up with the win after that 5-second penalty for Blake Tracy. Jack Wood gets promoted to second position. Tyler Collins in third. Jalen Rowbotham in fourth. What a battle those two had. Blake Tracy, did come home first, but unfortunately 5-second penalty from a starting infringement. Then it was Ryan Phillips, Mick Barton, George Wood, Josh Richards and Donny Marjovac to round out your top 10. Then it was Liam Hall, James Simpson, Tyler Cheney, Des Collier, Lee Kennedy, Jack Carpenter, Diesel Thomas, William Wallace and Trevor Lansdowne, who we saw go off the track a little bit earlier in the race. And great pictures here.
Down to Stephen White in the pits. This will be fun.
Thank you, guys. It was an unbelievable race. Fantastic. Well, the local gets it. Brad Verica, well done. First position, and you've won the round.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah, that's awesome, to be honest. We come here, never driven here before. So, funnily enough, we live 30 minutes down the road, and never driven here. So no, it was really good to get the win in the end. And I'm not sure. Obviously, Blake got a penalty. So yeah, don't like to win them that way. I made a mistake, which was my fault. But yeah, we'll still take the win for sure. So
well, mate, well done, great effort, and congratulations to the EFS 4x4 Australian Excel champion Tyler Collins. Well done.
Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Yeah. That was. I thought earlier this year in QR we had some pretty insane racing, but that's just topped it off for more insane racing. To hold off a supercar bloody driver is pretty insane. So yeah, I'm pretty thrilled.
Well done. Good on you, Tyler. Congratulations. Fantastic effort. I think you guys will agree what a great series it's been this year. Back to you.
Yeah, the EFS 4x4 Hyundai Excel Series, second to none really when it comes to some of our categories throughout the year here in 2023. But it's time for our final race of the weekend. And Wade Orange joins us back here in the commentary box, and the rumble is out there. They are warming up and getting ready to go.
They've done a good job, haven't they? They've really been on the money, and no one has been off the racetrack too badly. There's been a couple of times where they've headed a little agricultural, but Jared Hughes looking for a hat trick, this young man, out of the Gap in Queensland. And what an amazing championship it's been. This is the fourth and final race of the weekend. It's race 3 for our coverage today. They've turned it around brilliantly in like 3 hours time. 3 races in 3 hours. And this is the 6th and final round of the TA2 Muscle Car Series, framed by Hi-Tec. Big on-yous to Craig Denyer, the category manager, to Peter Robinson, the main man of this incredible TA2 Muscle Car Series, to his beautiful daughter Dana Bullock, who does such an amazing job, and Cam Stendhal, who works on all the tech side of things along with Benny Leeds, and Elliot Barber, our driver standards observer when Stevie Johnson wasn't coming to sub in, and Amelia Foster does our PR along with Dowie Jones. And there's a really great team of TA2 Muscle Car administrators for this series, and it's an emotional final race for Matt McKeldin. I am sure that he'll be very happy to get this number 99 car back in the pits safely. He can polish it up and put it on Facebook Marketplace. So here we go. 3 Hail Marys and pass the ammunition. Last ever race of the series for this year. The TA2 Muscle Car Series, framed by Hi-Tec. There's problems already. Did Gardner miss a gear or something then? He was backing up big time.
Surely he missed a gear. This is going to be interesting down under brakes as they go 3 wide. Haynes got a big dive on the inside too with Jackson Rice.
Oh, Rice.
Oh, Hayden Jackson to the outside. Nash has put his nose in again.
Now, Rice, remember, he too has to get the job done. He's got to finish in front of Haynes. There's 6 points between them. We're on board with the man who wants to wrap up the championship. Gardner is all over the shop in that 22. Careful, Dylan, careful. First gear, second gear, just saw the boys get some air on the left side of the car. Bates is in behind Thomas. Gardner, Bradley, rein it in, son. You're not on the header now. Stibbs around them with the IES Motorsport entry. That's either Cheney bagging up. Look at the damage. Big Liberace on the back of the Arrow Financial Services entry.
That's coming out of turn 3. Yellow. Oh, that's Crutcher, is it?
It's either that or Rusty Wright. Oh,
and
my.
that will bring a safety car out. We can see the yellow flag, and the safety car sign has now been brought out.
So this is, I think, a collective of what happened in that incident before. We're going to take a look at the replay. I think it's all involved with the Stibbs car and also the IES Motorsport entry and Rusty Wright in that Crew Industrial entry. So that is the problem right there. Our first safety car for the weekend. Oh, man. So he went, oh, goodness, Rusty had nowhere to go. What we don't understand from that, and that's actually Keem there in that car as well. We were a little bit confused. Did he grab a box full of neutral, or what actually happened with that 22? Let's have a look at it. Single file restart. Away we go. Now, this is riding on board with Thomas, and they just had to go either side. Oh, and they had to get off the dry line as well to go out into the puddles. And this is where it could have got really ugly. Fortunately, it didn't. That was later.
I think they're just still trying to stay out of trouble. Dylan Thomas, you heard him really roll off the accelerator for a moment. They're knowing that 22 points, he can be a fair way down the field and still hold on to this championship, and that's what he's been working towards every round. We saw him and Tim Brooks put it together in the up there in Darwin. We went for the battle up there in the endurance races. They knew exactly what they were doing. Then it was this Lee Stibbs incident. Now, we're not sure whether there was contact made before Lee Stibbs got turned around or whether he's done that in his own trying to exit that corner, but well, there was nowhere for half the cars to go, really. And Russell Wright, well, unfortunately for Rusty, you get all four wheels in the grass, you're a passenger.
Now, what we can't see is what happened with the Stibbs car. There's the damage. There's the end result of the Arrow Financial Services 66, and that was Greg Keem, who had nowhere to go there. But let's go down to the pit lane right now with our very own Vin Diesel, a.k.a. Steve Whitey White.
Thanks, you, Wade. Yeah, just a bit of an update down here. The Craig Keem car has been repaired. It's ready to go again. Obviously, they're looking to get Russell Wright's car out of there. I'm not too sure about some of the other incidents you're talking about. It's a bit hard to see where we are. But while I was walking along, I thought I'd quickly grab Matt McKeldin, because it is his final race, or he might be doing a John Farnham Wade. I'm not sure. But you had a pretty good view of some of that, Matty. Do you know what went on?
Yeah, it just looked as though as we were coming up the hill there, Lee Stibbs either got turned or got loose and just went round to the right-hand side. And then poor old Russell Wright was just behind me. I avoided to the left, and Rusty's just hit him and then cannon into the wall on the left-hand side. I haven't seen Lee Stibbs, but given that we're left-hand drive, Russell's pinned up against the left-hand side of the wall there, so he'd be finding it hard to get out of the car. But, you know, it's unfortunate to finish the season on that note. Rusty's a great competitor, former champion, and it's been a great effort by all and sundry to try and get the 3 races in today. So difficult situation at the moment. Hopefully we get it cleaned up and we can get running again.
So I was talking to one of your guys before. We're going to do hopefully a bit of a celebration at the end of it. But how's it feel, mate? Your last race here at the moment. How's it feel?
Oh, mate, it's mixed emotions, you know. This is one of the best series in the Hi-Tec Oils Super Series in Australia. This is one of the best racing categories in TA2 Muscle Cars, and these are unreal cars. So, you know, I got mixed emotions. I'm really proud of what me and the Kubota team have done this year. My team have done an awesome job. We've gotten, I won't put the commentator's curse on me like I did on Cam Hill the other day. Hopefully we'll finish this race, and if we do that, that'll be the every race finished and completed for this season. So that was our goal coming in. We're top 10 in the championship. I'm really pleased with what we've been able to deliver for Kubota, and I can't wait to see what TA2 Muscle Cars and the Hi-Tec Oils Super Series does next year.
Good on you, mate. No worries. Good luck for the final race. Not sure what you guys have seen on Vision. Bit difficult for us up there, Wade, but hopefully these cars... I mean, look, to be honest, I'm not too sure. It was a pretty good synopsis there from Matty McKeldin about what had gone on there. So, you know, hopefully you guys have got some vision. You'll be able to see what's going on. Just as we follow down, we're going to walk down to, if Michael Coulter will have a quick chat to us, perhaps he will. He had a pretty cool experience last... Well, yeah, it was on Thursday, was he? Had a cool experience running around the Thunderdome, mate. So how was that for you?
Yeah, mate, yeah, no, we had a blast, yeah. I mean, I've never driven around, obviously, a NASCAR track in Australia. I've done a little bit of driving in the States, but, yeah, to drive around the famous Calder Park Thunderdome, mate, it sort of brought back a bit of the stock car era, and yeah, mate, that was an absolute blast. I would have liked to get out of first gear, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers, mate.
How are you going for the race? Obviously, you've seen some of that action. How are you going this weekend? Are you happy with where you're at with Calder Park? And obviously, this is the final race for the year, but looking forward to next year.
Yeah, mate, yeah, look, the Cabelco Camaro, mate, is struggling a little bit this year. We're really struggling just to find some pace. Our qualifying's really been quite low. But, you know, race pace is there, mate. So, Calder Park, yeah, again, first time I've been here, so it's been a great track. So, bumpy as hell down the straight, but, yeah, over the back through the fast chicanes and whatnot, it's, yeah, it's pretty mega.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Well done, Michael. Fantastic. Obviously, Steve Coulter, Michael's father, was synonymous with HQs and trucks and all sorts of things, and certainly Peter Robinson and Steve were the very early pioneers of the TA2 product. As we can see, I'm just hearing in my other ear that they're having to do some track repairs over there and just get Russell out of the car. We walk along, we'll see the couple of the Camaros here, and Paul Hadley's down here. He was actually interested in, probably not so happy about the wet weather there before,
No.
but he sort of has gone out and had a run around. The car's nice and straight. The IES cars are always immaculately prepared, so he's having a great run. Paul, how are you, and how's the weekend going for you?
Yeah, not bad, yeah. You know, we're still on track, and the cars are still clean, so it's good, yeah.
Obviously, you've seen a bit of action there. From where you are, you can see a lot of that action. You've obviously been able to avoid it.
Yeah, I nearly hit Greg Keane behind me, but managed to just, get out of it. Yeah, so, yeah, close shave.
Interesting weather for us. I think we spoke earlier in the day when you were talking about bikes and wet weather and things, but it's been an interesting weekend, hasn't it?
It has been, yeah, especially coming to a new track and getting your head around it. and then the weather turns on you too. So, yeah, so you sort of get a double whammy there, you know. Yeah.
Very, very, very tough. And when you got to choose between them all, there's so much going on. But you see there, Rusty Wright's car being taken off by the tilt tray, so we will get that cleaned up on track.
It's a fantastic formula, a really good, strong, cost-effective car, and we love being involved because it showcases our pad product, because the cars are designed to not be completely unbreakable. They're not designed to last forever. They're designed to be race cars that are run on a budget, and our pads do a fantastic job on a brake system that's relatively small for such a fast, heavy car. So types of people involved are people that love motorsport, so it's fun. We're a specialist brake, high performance and racing supplier, importer and distributor. So we deal with race teams, performance teams, wholesale companies, trade businesses, and we sell brakes basically all throughout Australia. We also distribute Serco Brakes, which is a brand of racing pad compounds. I guess you'd say workshop-based or factory-based development comes in the form of the materials we use in the pads and the way that those pads are put together. That gets evaluated or validated on dynamometers. So we use a small scale dyno to start with. Once we've worked out we're in a good direction, we go to a full-scale dyno. We run compounds through simulations, and we do that in both Japan and in Germany with 2 different companies. And once we have a compound that we settle on, then obviously we start vehicle testing. And then once we're comfortable with reliability and performance, it goes to market. For example, the TA2 cars run a Serco M207 compound in the front, which is a pad that we developed for heavy duty, short course NASCAR, that type of work. And now we use it in all sorts of categories in Australia and all over the world for rally, tarmac rally, circuit, sort of you name it, it's a really good all-round pad. So we develop the compounds specifically for certain purposes.
And we see Nash the Flash Morrison at TFH 111. Josh Haynes in behind him. Hayden Jackson in behind him. Again, the rain just starts to trickle down as we close in behind with Dylan Thomas. Can he wrap up the championship? He's been the bridesmaid on so many occasions. All he has to do, you would think, is bring this thing home. He doesn't even have to go to the whip. Just click into the stirrups and bring her home, Dilzo. Here we go. There's 5 laps remaining. We may not even get those in. Thomas, he peeled out of the line of the blue and yellow car.
Gartner again with issues off the line.
So not sure if it's a gearbox issue. Cool drone shot. Morris getting right in behind Jackson Rice. Nash Morris. Oh, he nearly got through there and off the racetrack. That might have been McKeldin, I think, just there as well. Boy, it's on right now. It's Keem off the racetrack in the De Beer refinish, number 13. Oh, my goodness. Jackson Rice. So this is critical in the podium situation in the championship. Hughes, your leader from Morris. Haynes is up to 3rd. This will solidify his 2nd place in the championship. Can he hold on from here? Oh, up the inside. Gartner working then with Josh Thomas, the rookie in the 69 temporary fence hire Mustang. They're going 86 Racing and TA2 next year. And his little brother Diesel has been running XLs here as a rookie. So a very busy family. We spread out just a little bit now. Crutcher in behind Thomas. Lap 5 of 7, Matty Cav.
I'd love to see what happened to Jackson Rice a bit earlier as we go down to turn number 1. Jared Hughes still leading. Nash Morris now. He's got to chase him down. Josh Haynes in the background, but Hayden Jackson, he has done fantastic this weekend. I thought he might actually start to challenge Josh Haynes a little bit later on, but there's our number 1 and number 2 as they head up over the crest out of turn number 3. these chicanes as they head down the back straight. Have to negotiate. Oh, how much air does he get off the ripple strip?
Nash Morris putting it all to the blister just then. Now Haynes under enormous pressure from Hayden Jackson. On board with Gardner, the human highlight reel. As he closes in, that's Cheney just in front of him. Bates is in there as well in that 50 car. Oh man, it makes you wonder about that gear, that start gear that Gardner was using before. Hughes looking down the barrel of the hat trick. Now they're side by side. Haynes and Jackson. Not that battle there, the one behind him, right there. Jackson and Haynes. Thomas watching them going, go after it, boys, just leave me out of this. Nothing in it here. Nice job from Jackson. Hayden Jackson out of Maitland in New South Wales. Dylan, what are you doing?
There's no need to get involved in this,
I know.
is it? Just stay on the back of Josh Haynes. Josh Haynes has made a couple of mistakes this weekend, so there's no need to do anything silly. He might bring this out on himself.
Mind you,
he slides the car as well for Josh Haynes.
Mind you, he has got Gardner behind him, and that would give you the chills, because you never know what Brad's going to come up with.
Let him go. Let him go at this point. Brad Gardner's on an absolute mission. Whatever is wrong with that car, it can't get off from a rolling start, but after that, maybe we do have a first or second gear issue.
1 lap remaining. Boy, Dylan, do you really want this? You've just got to finish, mate. 1 lap to go. He's grabbing gears. He's all over the wheel. 1 lap to go. Hughes down the barrel of a hat trick. Nash Morris lively in second. Hayden Jackson brilliant for third. Josh Haynes looking to wrap up second in the championship. The TA2 Muscle Car Series, framed by Hi-Tec Steel Framing. Big thanks to that wonderful company. Josh, what is going on here? Haynes, this is exactly like the last race. Oh, he's got Gardner in behind him. Dylan, remember, you got to finish. Does he let Gardner go? The Beecher's Sea-Doo car in front. He's got Gardner behind him. What do you do? Dylan Thomas.
What do you do? Here we go.
He's got to let Brad go.
Whoa, look at this. Brad's going to go by you, Dylan Thomas. I don't think you want to risk it at this point.
Nah, you got to let him go.
Final couple of corners here in the championship. The checkered flag is getting prepared.
So Dylan Thomas, he won't win the battle here, but he'll certainly win the war. Hat-trick. Beautiful job, Jared Hughes. Nash Morris back to Hayden Jackson, Josh Haynes, and your new champion for the TA2 Muscle Car Series, framed by Hi-Tec Steel Framing, Dylan Thomas. You can put the dad pants back on now, mate. Well done. Jeez, he made us work for it. Holy cow.
Anything could have happened in those final couple of laps here for the final race of the TA2 Muscle Cars for 2023, framed by Hi-Tec Steel Framing. And Dylan Thomas just keeps his cool. Tim Brooks will be in his ear the whole time, though. Brooksy will be keeping him calm.
Well, but was he? I very much doubt that he was keeping anything.
Well, he can give you advice, but I don't know if Dylan would take it.
Gee, the boys did a good job to finish just inside our broadcast time as well. I hope Rusty is okay. Hughes, Morris, Gardner, Haynes, Rice, Thomas, Jackson, Bates, Cheney and McKeldin. Come on, Dylan, you got to bag it up. Do we get a burnout or we get a donut or anything out of him? In that CXC, sensational Kitchens Mustang. Surely he's looking for a spot to bag it up. Is he allowed to? You just see Mark Crutcher and also Michael Coulter pulling up alongside him to say, well done. I think they're all very happy for him. He's a great character in our sport and has been doing a wonderful job. One of the many Pro Series contestants here this weekend. He picks up a $5,000 ring thanks to Wallace and Bishop. He's looking for a spot to bag this up for sure. And he gets a new McLaren engineering motor, as well as the chance to be named forever the TA2 Muscle Car Series champ. Come on, Dylan. You know you want to. Let this thing eat. I'm assuming that he's allowed to. He's just enjoying the casual ride home. I would think that will put Haynes in second overall. And you have to feel for Jackson Rice. I don't know how he ended up off the racetrack, But either way, he should end up in third place as well. So there is your results. And what a result it is for Dylan Thomas. Haynes will wrap up second. Jackson Rice will be third. Hughes, Morris, Jackson, your top three. Haynes, Gardner, Thomas. Sheeny got to seventh. Back-to-back Masters Series champ for Serco. Nicholas Bates got eighth. Josh Thomas, good pedal for the rookie in ninth. Jackson Rice ended up in 10th. Brett Nile, the West Aussie, in 11th. Matt McKeldin gets 12th. Michael Coulter, 13th. Mark Crutcher, not his best weekend, but the wifey is here this weekend, so you'll have fun. Paul Hadley and Greg Keane, great aerial shot here from there we go. I thought he had to get out there and cut her loose. Great character, this guy, that is for sure. And what a well-deserved championship for him. He's just traumatised, one of the witches' hats right there, and hope he can find his way back. Been a fantastic championship. Really have enjoyed this remarkable series. Big thanks to J-Mac and the team, of course, with Matty Cav and Stephen White and everybody that helped us to announce this series as part of the Hi-Tec Oils Super Series. Look at all those pretty-looking race cars right down there. And Matty Cav looks like he's standing by with the baby-faced assassin already, Hughes Jr.
Here's our round winner, Jared Hughes. Fantastic weekend for you. Look, the rain, some tricky conditions, but you dominated out in front.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. It was a good way to end the weekend, getting three race wins and a second place. So, no, I can't thank TA2 Australia enough for giving me the chance to have a drive here, and AC Delco and all my other supporters. It's after the year we've had in 86s, all the problems, it's pretty cool to end it off with a win. So, no, thank you very much.
Well, congratulations on the weekend. We are going to head, though, and crown our 2023 champion for the TA2 Muscle Cars, framed by Hi-Tec, still framing. Over here, Mr. Consistent himself. Let's bring out the championship wreath, Dylan Thomas. Congratulations, Dylan. I mean, can see the emotion on your face already. The tears, they're welling up in your eyes.
Not a crier, mate. So, yeah, no, but it's definitely pretty special. Like, ever since I put it in the wall this morning in that warm-up, the guts have been pretty tight. But to be fair, it was pretty like cruisy weekend. We didn't have to do a lot. So putting it in the wall actually brought the intensity up and probably made the weekend feel like at least we won something. You know, we put the championship together for the whole year, and you know, Hainsey and Jacko were awesome all year. You know, so you know, like credit to those guys. Those guys are unreal, and you know, all the ring-ins that come at different rounds, and you know, managing that. You know, yeah, a relief, big relief.
Here we go. We'll let George Gambino from Hi-Tec Oils bring over your championship trophy. Josh Haynes, you just missed out in this final round. Dylan Thomas had a fairly unbeatable lead, I suppose. All he had to do was stay on track, but you got out there, a few challenging moments throughout the races.
Yeah, look, all weekend it's been an unpredictable weekend. We're coming in on the chase, and it was always going to be tough to get the win. But look, we've had an awesome year. Dylan has been super consistent all year, and that's what you need to win a championship. So, look, we've got a few things to work on our half. We've got the pace, we know that, and yeah, we'll come back stronger next year. But definitely congratulations to Dylan, Jackson. We've had an awesome year of racing. TA2, it's been an unreal year, and can't wait for next year.
How's the personal growth been for you? I mean, I know you bring your family here, your mum and your dad come to all the races. You know, how's it changed you throughout this year?
Every round I find it crazy how much I continue to learn. So it's so good to have my amazing team here with me along the way. We're more than just a team, we're literally a family. So yeah, we'll have a few celebrations tonight, and yeah, celebrate a good year it was, and hopefully yeah, bring it one step further up next year.
Third place for the 2023 season, Jackson Rice. You still got a smile on your face, didn't quite go your way for this round.
Oh, mate, that's how it is. You know, you got to smile. We've had a fantastic year, you know, full of highs and lows, and there goes someone's trophy. But you know, like we've had a couple poles, couple of wins, couple of penalties. So for a mixed year to finish third, you know, with some of the guys that are, you know, can really steer in our debut year for a national championship, I'm, you know, stoked about. So.
Day to day, you work on all these race cars. You work behind the scenes with other race car drivers as well. How competitive is the category?
Oh, massively, you know, like Hainsey and Dylan, like those boys, we've been super tight all year, and, you know, a credit to even Brad and Nash and, you know, everyone who's sort of stepped in, and it's super tight at the top, and that's what makes a championship like this just, you know, so exciting to be involved in, and so tight, and really pushes you to another level.
Yeah, it's a cool moment. It's nice to see him admit it. I'm not a crier, but the guts has been a bit tight since, as he said, he turned the thing around. Well done, Dylan Thomas. You hung on for the thing. You certainly didn't do it easy. Well done, Nick Bates. That's the guy just to the left, just right there, who is our back-to-back Masters class champion. Well done, Nick. Good job, as always. And Matty Cav is down there with him right now.
A Masterclass winner for 2023, and look, it's still a championship to be won there. Just get the wreath on you. Come on, Big. I know you don't like to talk, but let's get a few words out of you.
It's been a super tough year. Everything hasn't gone our way, but in the end, we've sort of come good in the last couple of rounds, which has been great.
George is just getting the lid off so you can have a drink out of it later.
Some champions in there. Crutcher and Paul and all the other Rusty, who I hope is okay. I haven't heard. Is Rusty okay?
We're still to find out.
Okay, so anyway, thoughts go out to Rusty. Hopefully he's okay. Those guys are super quick, despite the fact we're a bit old. We still go okay. And thanks to John and Sam, we got this little team that get it done, and it's good fun to come and do it with those guys. They do a great job.
We'll let George bring your trophy over. Congratulations, Nick Bates, our Serco Masterclass winner. What a fitting finish it is, Wade.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done to yourself, Matty Cav, too. Congratulations to you and Stephen, and also Shannon and everybody that worked so hard, and Jamie Mack as well, our co-commentator. Well done to George Gambino, his belief in this series through his Hi-Tec Oils company. And congratulations to everyone in the TA2 Muscle Car Series, framed by Hi-Tec Steel Framing. And well done to all of our production team this year for the TV. It's been an epic year. I can't wait for 2024. The muscle cars have absolutely rocked it. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage this weekend from a rain-soaked Calder Park Raceway. On behalf of Jamie Mack and Matty Cav and Stephen White and all the team, it's Wade Orn just saying, we'll see you next time, and leave the speeding to us, would you?